Miss me then. So, you know, as you all know, like the Olympics, you know, were canceled. So if the Olympics were canceled, of course, like the other pageants would also be canceled. But the great thing is, now we're starting to hear that they're going to be, that they're definitely going to be held this year. And one of them is the Miss Echo International 2021, which is going to be held on April 4 in Egypt. And we're very excited for that. And of course, with the Miss World Philippines organization, we also know that recently the Miss World just announced that it's going to be held in Puerto Rico. Yes, and on December 16th, so it looks like maybe some people here will be going to the Caribbean.
You're going to join us again.
Yeah, so I better not lay off the spam price if I want to be in Puerto Rico. Now, thankfully, you know, like we're getting used to this new normal, but don't get too complacent. Still be very mindful of everything. Now, well, it says right here this afternoon, but it's not an afternoon anymore, as you can see. So it's actually a joyous evening, really, that everybody's here to send their messages of love and goodwill and love to Kelley. Now, before we call the woman of the hour, we have somebody else who's the, well, not the woman of the hour. He's the national director of the hour. We have Miss World Philippines Organization National Director, Mr. Arnold Vigafria.
Hello, good evening. Good evening to everyone. This is my first time I saw you hosting. I didn't know that you can host. Thank you, Voltaire. But anyway, I would like to thank the presence of our pageant media friends here for your unconditional support. I would like also to thank the presence of our queens, of course, our Miss World Philippines, Miss World Philippines, Miss Reina Hispano-Americana, and of course, Miss Eco Teen Philippines and Miss Eco Teen International. And of course, friends of Kelley, and of course the producers of Kelley's new projects for TV5 and film, Ms. Corina Sanchez. Thank you so much for your presence, and of course your co-actors here also is David Chua and of course Raymond. We can see. I would like to thank you to Corina for this event. He was the one who took care of all of this, and I would like to also to thank the people who's gonna be behind the glam team of yours. Actually, it's the group of Francis G, and your makeup artist.
Miss Mila Urban and July dito.
Our stylist is Francis, the head of the glam team. And also, I would like to thank, who else? Sino pa ba? Of course, your trainer and your mentors, the Aces and Queen. I think Jerry's here also. Jerry of the Aces and Queen. And what can I say? Of course, I'm hoping that you will bring home the crown, the second Miss Echo International. And I'm very positive that you can make it. And from the very beginning, I know that you deserve the crown. And I saw the other competitors, and I'm so happy that up to now, even the organizers are really waiting for you to come to Egypt by next week. And that's all. And thank you for everyone. And let's wait for Voltaire.
Thank you, Arnold. We also have another Arnold that we have to...
General
Manager of Miss World Philippines, Mr. Arnold Mercado.
Huh?
Yes.
Do I have to say something?
Yes, the question is,
Hi!
how do you think the Philippines can solve the vaccination?
No, I just want to say good luck, Kelley. Of course, I'm pretty sure you'll be crowned as the next Miss Eco International. So good luck, anak. Bring home the crown. And as I said, don't go back to the Philippines without a crown. Thank you.
Thanks, Mama Ru.
Thank you, Mama Ru. Now, in recent weeks, we've actually noticed that there have been some queens, both here and also international, that they kind of got into a little bit of trouble because they mixed politics and pageantry. But look no further. Somebody who can mix politics and pageantry quite well and not get in trouble and still do so well, right? What's your secret? Okay, well, we won't, prolong this. Now, tonight, because it's Kelley's day, there's going to be leche flan for everyone. The caramel thing, the yellow thing.
I knew that was gonna pop up at some point. I didn't think it would be at the start of the program.
Because they might be sleeping a leaf later. Well, now, for that moment that they've been waiting for, the one that they are all here to support, let's all welcome Miss Eco Philippines 2019, Miss Kelley Day.
Good evening, everyone. As Sir Arnold said, I just want to thank everyone who's here tonight. Of course, it's very difficult nowadays to get out and mingle with people. So thank you again for making sure that all the protocols are followed. I just want to express that because I know that sometimes online people question things, but we did follow all the protocols. And everyone here is negative, so I'm really happy about that. Lovely to see you all. It's been a year, more than a year actually, since I saw the most of you. And I'm just really happy to see your faces here tonight. And ano pa? Thank you, Mama Ru, for everything. It's been pretty stressful but really exciting, and Mama Ru has been handling all of my questions, my concerns, and yeah, just a special thank you to you. Also, kay Sir Francis G, who amazing. Honestly, has been doing so amazing, helping me. Actually, not even helping me, literally doing everything for my outfits, my looks, my pegs. And I'm just really grateful for you, Sir Francis, so thank you. Everyone here, all the girls here, let's go next to you beautiful girls. First of all, we have Roberta Roanne, who is our Miss Eco Team International. Yes, let's give a round of applause. The first Philippines winner for that crown. And we have Kat Legado, hi. And Michelle Z. Volterra, thank you so much for hosting tonight. You're pretty funny. Kind of savage. But I love it. This night is supposed to be really just fun. I know it is a formal event and it might feel formal, but let's loosen up, let's enjoy, because it's been so long since that we've all been able to hang out with each other. So enjoy the night tonight, eat a lot, and and drink a little bit lang. Sir Arnold Begafria, thank you. I know that you've believed in me talaga from the start, even when I haven't believed in myself. You know that naman. And if it wasn't for you, most definitely I wouldn't be sitting here today. So I really appreciate your support and belief in me. And let's go to Sir T, who's holding the Facebook Live. Also helped organize this event tonight. And some last minute things, he was there. My late submission for some pageant answers. But thank you also. And to everyone, the press that are here tonight as well, I hope you're enjoying, and I hope that I can give some answers that might be good for your articles. And I see David there, who's one of my co-actors for some upcoming projects, who really took a handle on this event also. Additionally, with Miss Karina Sanchez, also, who is our producer for some upcoming projects. Thank you, Miss Karina, very, very much for tonight. Really, really appreciate it. It feels like a victory party because it's so beautiful. Monique here the month for the victory party. And Tito Rex, hi, quick hello Tito Rex, thank you for joining me, who's been someone that has supported me from literally for the past 5 years since I moved to the Philippines, and supported me in Miss World Philippines 2019 competition also. And you know that me and my family really are grateful for your support. And Sir Benj, and hi Sir Benj. So I realize I'm taking so long, but thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, Kelley. Now, just a quick note. I started to notice Kelley actually during the press presentation when she started answering the questions, and she was so not the pageant Patty type of girl. I told her that she was answering them like she was an A-list celebrity, and now she does look like one.
Oh, thank you.
Right? And also, yes, you know, some of you may not know that Amy was a former continental king of Mr. World. When it was still the Pangea. And now let's move on to this is the crying time, I hope. Our sister queens who will now, you know, give their messages of love and support. Let's start from the youngest, Miss Ekatine International, Roanne Tamundo. Please come up. Yes.
Hi Sir Arnold, hi Kelley. I was not prepared for this. So, I just want to say congratulations in advance. Good luck to your pageant there in Egypt. If you have any problems or if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. You can always call me. I'm only a one call away. And I really appreciate you as a person, also as a friend, and also as a sister, because I'm new to this kind of family. I feel loved whenever all the girls are here with me, and for that I'm really thankful. And good luck again to your pageant, and thank you so much for letting me be here to your press con and stand up for me tonight. And let us, what do you call this? Let us celebrate your victory party when we go back. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Rohan. Buenas noches. And now it's time for our Reina Hispanoamericana, Ms. Kat Legado, who will now say her piece in Spanish.
Oh my God.
Hi Kelley, finally your pageant is coming. After almost how many delay, at least it's here and I know you'll do great. I'm just excited for you. Just enjoy the journey, and I'm sure when you get there to Egypt, these girls are also excited to meet you, the culture of the Philippines. Just always remember the Philippines got your back, and just enjoy. Don't put too much pressure. Kasi when you put too much pressure, that's when you will overthink about everything, and you might get lost while you get there. But we're here, your sister, so we're just a message away, and just enjoy talaga. Yun yung one thing that I will tell you. We'll see you in a month again here. Hopefully, everyone's saying that. Let's claim it, diba? So good luck and enjoy. Love you.
Love you, thank you.
And now this one, the inseparable, they're inseparable sisters. They always arrive on time, leave together, they always eat together.
At least on time.
Yeah, they're always on time. Yes, Miss World Philippines 2019, Michelle B.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Well, Kelley. So Kelley and I have been close for years now, ever since we started. Well, I started my GMA journey, so that's 3-4 years ago. Ever since then,
we clicked automatically. Our friendship has only grown. I don't know why she joined in my batch, but but you know, when we were in Miss World, actually, I don't think we would have done a really good job if we didn't have each other's back, supporting each other, helping each other, deciding what to do or what to do after, from outfits to glam. Kelley has been one of my strongest cornerstones throughout my whole journey. So, you know, maybe not everyone knows, but she actually made her way to London to watch my pageant. And it sucks that with the whole COVID situation that it's kind of difficult for me to book my flight, but Arnold, sure. Pwede naman mangyari if gugustuhin, di ba? May dalawang Arnold dito. But if there's one thing that I really want to do in April is to support you. We've talked countless minutes, hours throughout quarantine, just going back and forth with all of your struggles and your thoughts about the pageant, because I know that you want to make the country proud. I know that you want to do your best and, of course, bring home the crown here in the Philippines. And honestly, I don't have to look at any of the other candidates because kitang-kita naman ang pinakamaganda sa mga. May umangal dyan, lagot sa akin. Wala ko na yun. But Kelley, I really, really love you. And I will support you until we die. And, you know, Kelley and I have been through thick and thin. And she's gonna go through thick and thin in the pageant because there are things that happen in the pageant world that you can really not prepare for. And it's really just who you are and what you have to offer that you can show to the rest of the world. And I think I know you more than anyone in this room. And I can say that you have everything that you need to bring home that crown. Not just because you're beautiful, but because you're also beautiful inside and out. So, good luck. And I believe in you. If hindi na nauwi nga yung crown, ako din yung babatukan. Batukan ka na siya. But good luck. Love you. And congratulations.
I don't want to ruin my makeup, that's all.
Okay, this is an acting workshop. Cry. Now, if you're wondering where their other sister queen is at, she's out of the country. But Isabel De Leon, Miss Multinational, will be competing in June, right? June. So she'll be finally competing there in June. Now, Kelley is going to be busy packing the next few days, leaving for Egypt. Her competition will start on March 16. No, March 18. On March 18, and it will culminate on April 4, 2021. So that's going to be, you know, it's not all a vacation, but she's going to have fun. Now, there's going to be a special section. Actually, I can get used to this. You know, because I'm always surrounded with beautiful women. I'm hardly ever surrounded by cute guys. And tonight, we have a special treat. We have two of Kelley's special friends who are here to share their. I hear laughter. Well, the first one, aside from our Miss World queens, we're also fortunate to have with us two of Kelley's special friends who'd like to share their respective send-off messages. I'm sure you all know Kelley's showbiz background, having been a loyal Kapuso artist for the past years. Stage, movie, and TV actor who garnered global acclaim for his great performance in the historic biopic Quezon's Game, Mr. Raymond Bagatsing. Raymond, it's your turn. Raymond, come on down. Put down the spam fries for a second.
It's very hard to do. They're delicious.
Right? I know how to make them. Oh. Raymond Bagatsing, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Sorry. Yes. Hello, good evening, everyone. I don't really know what to say. Why am I here? What am I supposed to say? Good evening. And I wish Kelley Day the most amazing journey. And may you have all the forces to support you and enlighten you and give you all the confidence you need for this pageant. And I look forward to you coming back so we can do our show. I'm not really supposed to say the project, but it's going to be amazing paranormal horror.
I'll make sure that I come back for that.
Please, with the bacon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raymond.
You're welcome.
And now the next one. I kind of don't want to introduce this next one. I've been seeing Arnold, may susumbong ako. I've been seeing some of the IG stories. And there was this one, like they went to the Sky Ranch in Tagaytay. And then they were on this Viking ship. And Kelley was screaming and screaming and laughing. And then the other one who's taking it, this guy, oh my goodness, it's like, I don't know. This guy, David Chua, well, he's a model artist and has appeared in more than 30 Kapamilya teleseries. The most recent one was Love Thy Woman. Now,
I'm a director now.
oh yeah, actor, director, producer, everything. And I don't know what that, what other things are there for. But yes. So now, let's welcome David Chua. Thank you, David.
Yeah, of course.
Kelley!
Hi.
Hi!
Ano?
I just want you to be happy. You know, this is your adventure. This is your future. And God, ang daming sumusupport sa iyo. Diba? Win or lose. Well, losing is not diba? Oh, hindi option ng ang pagiging This is your victory party now. Diba? Regardless. Diba? Bring home the crown. I know you can make it. All the best. Diba? Good luck. And God, ang haba pa ng future mo. With Arnold, with us. Diba? And the bottom line is, I just want you to be happy. That's it. And, ayun, that's it.
May hugot.
Thank you, David. Thank you talaga.
Who's next?
Ang sweet naman. I love it. And, yeah. David, may message ka ba para sa akin? Just kidding. Go back there na.
The reigning, defending champion.
Boxing na ito. Pakita mo lang si Arnold, naalala na si Manny Pacquiao. Okay, now we're gonna go into the Q&A. Ay, no, not the Q&A. Q&A na ba?
Yes.
Hello, Mia.
Yes. What do you want from us? Questions.
I'd love some questions.
I have my answer already. It's,
Oh.
My favorite dessert is leche flan. Thank you.
The caramel thing.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Caramel thing, yellow thing.
So please introduce yourself and ask your question.
Armin Adina, 23, Philippine Daily Inquirer. Nakalive tayo eh. Hello fans. I have a question for Kelley. Rowan just won Miss Eco Teen recently, December. Does that put any pressure on you?
Not pressure, more so confidence. Yeah, really, truly. As most of us know, Rowan was, I said last minute, pumunta ka, and to bring home the international crown, I found that so inspiring talaga. And that's why I've been actually messaging her a lot, and I really apologize for that. Since nagpanic talaga ako, and I know that Rowan has been through the pageant during the pandemic, and that it really does put a twist on how to approach the pageant sometimes, and a typical international pageant, what you would usually expect. So Rowan has just been there for me, and replies to me with a lot of information that has been helping me a lot. And yeah, I mean, you killed it out there. You look beautiful. I actually watched it. I remember because it was on live, your competition. And if I'm not mistaken, it was like 4 hours. I watched all of it until 5 in the morning, Philippines time. And I was so happy that you won. And yeah, I just find it really inspiring. So.
I have another question if you. Your predecessors have done so great. Pia Tamalia won her first round and then the other girl placed second. So what do you think made them become so successful in Miss Eco, and what do you learn from their competitions?
Siyempre, we're the Philippines. I have also reached out to them, even during full lockdown, sometime last year. I had a long phone call with Pia, asking about her experience in Egypt as well, and so from some tips and advice. Si Maureen naman, I was with her a few months ago at a shoot, and we actually had a 3-hour drive to the farm. And we got to talk a lot as well about the pageant, and they both gave me really sound advice as well. And the thing that I heard, even from Moran and the 2 others, is just enjoy yourself, because it's really fun daw talaga. Egypt is beautiful, we have the beaches, the people are really kind, you get to get the suntan, you get to enjoy go swimming, and they should just enjoy it. And I think that's what helped them win, is that they were enjoying it so much. Nakita din on stage their happiness, na inner happiness no matter on stage. So the advice given by Katni kanina also is to not to really get so engulfed in the pressure, and that's something that I know I kind of suck at, because my Q&A in 2019 is I tend to collapse a little bit under pressure, and I've been working on that with like Sir Jerry, Sir Hi Sir Jerry, who is the most amazing mentor talaga. One of my lifelines talaga, even not just in the pageant, but in my career, in my life here in the Philippines, that always very open to talking to me about any problems that I have and supporting me talaga. So yeah, with all the support, all the advice, all the help that I have from all of you and anyone watching here as well, the only thing I have to worry about is enjoying myself. Everything else has been fixed. I just have to show up and be happy. So yeah, thank you.
Kelley, I'm Amir here from Sociology, and we're glad to say that by this time around, there will be one more our first planet over there in Egypt to cover it. Training during a pandemic is very challenging. What more preparing for international pageant? So far, what challenges you encountered in your preparation?
I would say that the preparation technically for me was started in 2020 January, because I was preparing to leave last year in March. So we already had stuff being prepared. Then COVID hit us, and then even throughout the months of the full lockdown, there was the possibility that the pageant was still going to happen. So the number one thing that I wanted to do was to really understand COVID as much as possible, not just to read what you would read on the first line of an article or the heading of an article. You really have to look at all your sources carefully to really understand the intensity of the pandemic and how to be safe if we were to go through. So anyway, it's been a year. I would say that since COVID is still around, we have to be really careful about all of those things. But then the preparations have been somewhat challenging, but we get regularly swabbed, and luckily for me and my team, we're all negative. And I would say that's the biggest challenge of the pandemic. I'd say mentally, I feel pretty positive about it. It's been good.
Yeah, and actually I'd like to commend the organization for having the our swab test for all of us here. Hindi po lahat ng organization ang gagawin, so thank you for that. We really appreciate it. And another question is, what qualities do you feel you have that would make you agree Miss Eco International?
I just want to bring people happiness. I find that when people look at me, they tend to say that they feel a vibe, even if I don't feel it myself. And I think that's really important when you're competing to win a crown. That is, when you gain the title to inspire people. They have to be able to relate to you. And me as a very open person, I'm very open about my struggles. I'm very open about how I actually feel. I tend not to stick to what a typical pageant answer might be. Yeah. Sometimes I guess that's kind of not worked out so well for me, but I've never had any regrets about that because people get to see who I really am. And that's the way that I was brought up. And I think it's not something that you can just learn for like a competition. Like, oh, you have to have this kind of personality or you have to be approachable. It really comes from being raised like that. And I thank my parents for that. And I think that I can inspire people that I would like to.
My last question would be, how will you introduce Philippines into the other contestants?
I would say, of course, our beaches are beautiful and that they have to come visit. I don't know if it's allowed, but I really want to bring dried mango also. I'm not sure if this is suitcase, I'm actually checking. It's not? It's not allowed. If it's not allowed, then I would tell them that they have to come to the Philippines and try the dried mango. Because that was one of the first things I did when I moved to the Philippines also. Because that was the pasalubong when we were living abroad, and my mom would bring it from the Philippines, and Yakult also. So those are things that I would tell them to try. And I think that once they get to know me, once we all get to know each other there, and I talk about my experiences in the Philippines, I think that in itself, I don't have to act a certain way or like tell stories that aren't true, because I think they're really going to see the beauty of the Philippines as I explain it to them.
Okay, thank you. Good luck. There's a question from Gilbert Kim Sancha from Tribune. His question is, what is the lesson you've learned during the pandemic that you would like to share with your Miss Eco International sisters?
A lot of lessons. To stick to my honesty. It's don't let a heartbreak get in the way. Yeah, I won't go into it, but I was pretty heartbroken at the start of the pandemic. And I felt really down, and it was very difficult being locked down. I live in a small condo and really couldn't go out anywhere, and I only had myself to listen to talk to, and I had to deal with it. And I think that experience just made me really strong and a far more independent woman than I was before the pandemic. And that's something that a lesson that I learned that I would like to share with my fellow contestants. Don't trust boys.
Hi Kelly, I'm Gorgie Luna of PEP at the beach. Are you aware also of the COVID situation in Egypt? And were you briefed already the safety protocols and guidelines during the competition?
Yes, well, like most of the world, there are still active COVID cases. The place that we are going to be staying, which is in Sharm el-Sheikh and Dahab, they're both resorts in which we will be in a bubble, so isolated, and of course tested upon arrival and quarantined until we have our negative test results. So we won't, as far as I know, we won't be traveling into public areas. So for me, in terms of, with everything going on, they've found a way to keep us the safest possible. And I think, especially since Roanne came back, she went to Egypt, she competed, and she came back. And as far as I know, you don't have COVID, right? Yeah, so
less COVID.
there's less active cases. It's being handled well. They're dealing with the COVID situation well. So
They don't wear masks.
Talaga? Okay. But well, you mentioned a while ago na sabi mo you will just enjoy the journey and everything, the competition. Pero medyo anxious ka rin ba that you're going out to the country and you're going to meet a lot of people? And yes.
Just me, I haven't traveled a lot, as you know, even before COVID. I haven't really done independent travel talaga. So even if COVID wasn't a factor in my pageant, I would still be a little bit anxious about traveling, especially with like the number of suitcases we have. I don't want to lose anything, or maybe maybe I'm like get to the airport and I forgot my passport. Mga ganon, things that might slip my mind. So yes, with COVID, there is, of course, we have to be very careful even in this event tonight. Just take the extra precaution. But I think if we follow the rules and what we know about COVID, that it's, wear your shield, wear your mask, hand sanitizer, all the things that we hear a lot to do, just keep doing that. I think the most part where I have to be the most careful is on the airplane talaga, because not to Egypt specifically, but there have been cases on airplanes because you are with those people. So
is it a direct flight or maybe?
No, I will.
How many hours on the flight?
I'll fly to Abu Dhabi first. I think I'm there for mga 4 or 5 hours, and then I will go from Abu Dhabi to Cairo, and then from Cairo domestic flight to Sharm el Sheikh. So that's a total of 2 stopovers. Each one is about 5 to 6 hours.
And with the swab test thing, every stopover?
I believe the swab test is just before I leave the Philippines.
Okay.
That will be valid throughout
the trip.
I think if mag-stop over ka in a country for like over ilang oras, then you have to get re-swabbed. But since it's just 4 or 5 hours for me, layovers, then I don't need to get another swab until I arrive in Sharm el Sheikh.
Okay, good luck. But after this competition, you're going to pursue your showbiz career. Showbiz ka na talaga.
When I have projects, yes, that's the plan. We're even working on that even up till today, planning some projects for when I get back. So I'm super excited about that. Hopefully with the experience of the pageant, I can bring something more as well to the projects. Not just as an actor, but as a co-actor, as someone who is part of the family and the production that we have coming for when I come back.
Okay, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Maybe we can have a couple more questions. Adam, we know that you can ask questions.
Hi, Kelley. I just want to ask, since you've been exposed in the limelight for such a long time, I want to ask, what's the can you compare the difference between training or preparing for a movie role or rehearsing for your dance production numbers? Which is harder, that or preparing for a pageant like Miss Echo International?
Okay, if I'm not sure, I'll just repeat the question briefly. It's a difference between preparing in showbiz to preparing for a pageant. There are plenty of differences, but there's like underlying commonalities. So an example of something common about the both is sleepless nights. I mean, like really like stressing about stuff. Also, like knowing that you are a product essentially. Your face, your body. So in both industries, you do have to take care of yourself. And I think one of the challenging parts for me is with how sometimes how puyat you get from the work. You have to still look good. But that's where I really struggle. So shout out to my makeup artist for helping me with that. But the difference is, I feel is that in a pageant, once you're sent off na, it's really just you talaga. Like you're on your own. So you have to learn how to do your own makeup. You have to carry your suitcases. You have to essentially study your lines equivalent. Whereas in showbiz, you can have like people helping you on set. So it's really not like that in the pageant. That's why before you leave, you have to have everything ready talaga. And that's why once you get there on set of the pageant, you're ready now. Or I feel like in showbiz, you can kind of be like half ready and you're on set and people will help you out because everyone's there. But iba sa pageant, I find it more challenging.
So my follow-up question is, given what you said, do you think would you encourage girls to join pageantry so that they could develop life lessons, gain life lessons, become more mature in life?
The pageant is somewhat once in a lifetime opportunity. If you are lucky to have the opportunity, take it. There have been times where I feel like I didn't want to. Sir Arnold knows that for my own personal reasons. But I'm so glad that I did, because at the time that I was unsure, this was like maybe a few months ago, I was in a really bad like personal mental space. So that impacted my desire to compete in the pageant. And I was strongly encouraged to keep going, to give it a go, and to immerse myself again into a social life, because we came from a pandemic. I was locked down for a year. Like, I didn't see anybody, and that made me very introverted, and I felt like I was socially awkward. I thought that I felt ugly. I felt like I hadn't worked out enough. And I didn't feel like, I was like, there's no way that I can, in a month or two, I can be on a stage and represent the country. Like, how I'm such a bum. Like, I messaged Sir Jerry, because sabi niya sa akin, like, you don't need to come for all the training, just come for this one training. And I said, Sir Jerry, you know, I'm in my pajamas all day, and I'm lazy to go out. I don't even want to see anybody. Like, I need you to force me to go to all the training so that I can find myself again. And I definitely feel that now. So that was, you know, when you're going downhill talaga and you feel like you can't get up. Because of the pageant, I experienced going back on my feet. And that's why I would encourage girls to compete also, or to try to join a pageant.
All right, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. If you have any additional questions, you can do it on the one-on-one interviews later. But what you just saw right now, fresh, candid, straight to the point, relatable, real and honest. That's the great part about you, Kelley. That's the best way to answer all these questions. You know, that's what I've always admired about you. So not pageant. To think that you're in a pageant.
Sorry.
Yes.
And now we're going to do the photo ops. First is going to be Kelley solo. Of course, Arnold's happy that Kelley was lucky to be blessed with quite a lot of promising projects, which we really can't disclose at this point. But I'm sure these two handsome gentlemen can shed more light on these. Let's start off by calling in one of the country's finest dramatic actors, a world-class stage, movie, and TV actor who garnered global acclaim for his great performance in the historic biopic Quezon's Game, Mr. Raymond Bagatsing. Raymond, it's your turn. Raymond, come on down. Put down the spam fries for a second.
It's very hard to do, right? They're delicious.
Right, I know how to make them.
Oh, really?
Oh. Raymond Bagatsing, everybody. Hello. Yes.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I don't really know what to say. Why am I here? What am I supposed to say? Good evening. And I wish Kelley Day the most amazing journey, and may you have all the forces to support you and enlighten you and give you all the confidence you need for this pageant. And I look forward to you coming back so we can do our our show. I'm not really supposed to say the project, but it's going to be amazing paranormal horror.
I'll make sure that I come back for that.
Please, win the bacon. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raymond.
You're welcome.
And now the next one, I kind of don't want to introduce this next one. I've been seeing, Arnold, may susumbong ako. I've been seeing some of the IG stories. And there was this one, like they went to the Sky Ranch in Tagaytay. And then they were on this Viking ship. And Kelley was screaming and screaming, laughing. And then the other one who's taking it, this guy, oh my goodness, it's like, I don't know.
Who's that guy?
This guy, David Chua, is a model artist and has appeared in more than 30 Kapamilya teleseries. The most recent one was Love Thy Woman. Now,
I'm a director now.
oh yeah, actor, director, producer, everything. And I don't know what that, what other things are there for. Yes. So now, let's welcome David Chua. Thank you, David.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Tapos na pala.
Tapos na.
Kelley!
Hi.
Hi!
Ano?
I just want you to be happy, This is your adventure, this is your future. And God, ang daming sumusuport sa'yo. Diba? Win or lose. Well, losing is not
It's not an option.
Oh, hindi option ng magiging This is your victory party now. Diba? Regardless. Diba? Bring home the crown. I know you can make it. All the best. Diba? Good luck. And God, ang haba pa ng future mo. With us. Diba? And the bottom line is, I just want you to be happy. That's it. And, hey, that's it.
Thank you, David. Thank you, talaga.
Oh, who's next?
Sweet
Water.
naman. I love it. Yeah. David, may message ka ba para sa akin? Just kidding.
Si Walter yung pinaka the reigning, defending champion. Boxing pa.
Pakita mo lang si Arnold, naalala si Manny Pacquiao. Okay, now we're gonna go into the Q&A. Ay, no, not Q&A na ba?
Yes.
Hello, media.
Yes. What do you want from us? Questions.
I'd love some questions.
I have my answer already. My favorite dessert is leche flan.
So please introduce yourself.
Good evening.
Ask your question.
Armin Adina, 23, Philippine Daily Inquirer. Hello, fans. I have a question for Kelley. Rowan just won Miss Eco Teen recently, December. Does that put any pressure on you?
Not pressure, more so confidence. Yeah, really, truly. As most of us know, Rowan was, I said last minute, pumunta ka, and to bring home the international crown, I found that so inspiring talaga. And that's why I've been actually messaging her a lot, and I really apologize for that. Minsan nagpanic talaga ako, and I know that Rowan has been through the pageant during the pandemic, and that it really does put a twist on how to approach the pageant sometimes than a typical international pageant, what you would usually expect. So Rowan has just been there for me and replies to me with a lot of information that has been helping me a lot. And yeah, you killed it out there. You look beautiful. I actually watched it. I remember because it was on live, your competition. And if I'm not mistaken, it was like 4 hours. I watched all of it until 5 in the morning Philippines time. And I was so happy that you won. And I just find it really inspiring. So.
have another question, if you would. Your predecessors have done so great. Tia Tomalia won her first round and then the other girl placed second. So, what do you think made them become so successful in Miss Eco, and what do you learn from their competitions?
Siyempre, we're the Philippines. I've also reached out to them, even during full lockdown, sometime last year. I had a long phone call with Tia, asking about her experience in Egypt as well, and so from some tips and advice. Si Maureen naman, I was with her a few months ago at a shoot, and we actually had a 3-hour drive to the farm. And we got to talk a lot as well about the pageant, and they both gave me really sound advice as well. And then the thing that I heard, even from Moran and the 2 others, is just enjoy yourself, because it's really fun daw talaga. Egypt is beautiful, we have the beaches, the people are really kind, you get to get the suntan, you get to enjoy go swimming, and they just enjoy, and I think that's what helped them win, is that they were enjoying it so much, nakita din on stage, their happiness, na inner happiness lumalabas on stage. So, the advice given by Kat to me kanina also is to not to, really get so engulfed in the pressure, and that's something that I know I kind of suck at, because my Q&A in 2019 is I tend to collapse a little bit under pressure, and I've been working on that with Sir Jerry, hi Sir Jerry, who is the most amazing mentor talaga. One of my lifelines talaga, even not just in the pageant, but in my career and my life here in the Philippines, that always very open to talking to me about any problems that I have and supporting me talaga. So yeah, with all the support, all the advice, all the help that I have from all of you and anyone watching here as well, the only thing I have to worry about is enjoying myself. Everything else has been fixed. I just have to show up and be happy. So yeah, thank you.
Hi Kelley, I'm Amir from Sociology, and we're glad to say that by this time around, there will be one of our correspondents will be there in Egypt to cover you. Training during a pandemic is very challenging. What more preparing for international pageant? So far, what challenges you encountered in your preparation?
I would say that the preparation technically for me was started in 2020 January, because I was preparing to leave last year in March. So we already had stuff being prepared. Then COVID hit us, and then even throughout the months of the full lockdown, there was the possibility that the pageant was still going to happen. So the number one thing that I wanted to do was to really understand COVID as much as possible, not just to read what you would read on the first line of an article or the heading of an article. You really have to look at all your sources carefully to really understand the intensity of the pandemic and how to be safe if we were to go through. So anyway, it's been a year. I would say that since COVID is still around, we have to be really careful about all of those things. But then the preparations have been somewhat challenging, but we get regularly swabbed. And luckily for me and my team, we're all negative. And I would say that's the biggest challenge of the pandemic. I'd say mentally, I feel pretty positive about it.